Hey everyone, Soundwave84 here with another Fans Pick episode, and my God, there's probably not going to be many more of these left in the tank. Thank you, FTC, Kappa, YouTube, everybody. Well, we're just going to get into that, and that's for another video I'll probably film right after I finish this. Alright, so this is Fans Pick number 8, and this is my result video from last week's question, which was actually a viewer submitted question, and it was, what character from any continuity do you want Hasbro to do an official figure of that has not had an official figure done so far? That's Hasbro, Takara, that way. It's not counting third parties or anything like that. And I got some submitted answers for that were, we had a G1 figure, but we hadn't had one since then. And I took those characters as well, and I put that in with this because I didn't get as many responses to this question, and I thought that the more the merrier. And because I got a lot from that certain kind of group, so I'm going to include that with the results. But before I get into the results and the meat of this Fans Pick episode, I'm going to go ahead and pose the question for next week. And what we're going to do is we're going to, okay, put it this way, the last chance to do all this Kappa stuff is December 9th. So I'm going to try to cram all this in before that deadline. And so see, this is the 18th of November. I know I'm rambling, but just give me a second. So I got the 25th for the answer 1. Then like December, so I only got like 3 weeks to cram these in. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got a lot. It's a tournament, okay? It's a combiner tournament. It's to figure out who my viewers' favorite combiner from the Transformers G1 North American cartoon is. And so what I'm going to do, I have brackets. I got round 1 for this side is Devastator versus Abominus. Then I have who they would battle, and who wins that would fight the winner of this one, and that is between Superion and Defensor. So for this week, to answer for the next episode, whenever I can pop this up, so these will probably come a little bit faster, not going to be a full week, maybe just like 4 or 5 days to see how everything rolls out here. But down in the comments below, while I still have comments and while I still have a community page on YouTube, go ahead and let me know Defensor or Superion, and let me know Devastator or Abominus. So just you can say Devastator, Superion, or Abominus, Defensor. Just give me one from the Defensor, Superion, and one from the Devastator, Abominus, and then that way we can we'll take those two and they'll battle each other, and then next round, well, we still have another 2 more round 1 matchups to go, but I'm not getting to those later. So I kind of rambled here trying to figure this out spur of the moment because I didn't realize how fast December 10th was approaching here. So to the results of this Fans Pick episode, what we're going to do is I'm just going to top 5 this, and it's going to be, like I said, I didn't get as many responses, and some of these characters have actually had an official Transformers figure, but it was just in the G1, and these characters have not had one since, and some have not had a figure at all. So coming at number 5, we have Bumper, or as you want to call him, Bumble Jumper. He had an official, really it wasn't official, it was a sneak through figure in the G1. He came either carded on a Bumblebee or a Cliffjumper packaging, and he was a different car, mini-bot, but sort of resembled a Bumblebee mixed with Cliffjumper, hence the Bumble Jumper, and because it came on the packaging. So he's a little mini-bot. He goes for well over $100 on eBay if you can even find the figure. I do not own one. I would like to have one, but I don't have the money to afford one, and it's just like, yeah. So an actual official mini-bot, that'd be something kind of cool, unique. Yeah, he was actually integrated. I don't know if Dreamwave used him. I know IDW used him in I think the Megatron Origins. I think it gave Megatron someone to kill. He was murdered, I believe, in that. Spoiler. So coming in at number 4, we're going to move on here with Quintessons. And we actually have rumored Quintessons and a Quintessa coming in Earthrise, so I'm not sure the difference here. Quintessons is Quintessons. Quintessa was their planet in G1. In Transformers The Last Night. Someone's stuck in my throat. we had Quintessa, who was the creator of the Transformers, and well, a decent, like a little mix of the Quintessons with, I don't know, some random robot girl. We got Quintessa. Maybe that's going to be in the studio series, which would be kind of cool. But it's rumored, I think, to be in Earthrise at the moment, so I don't know what they're going to do with that. Maybe it'd be cool to have Quintessons in a Quintessa playset. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, so coming in at number 3, we have the G1 Deluxe Insecticons. So these were actually done by a different company. Excuse me, I can't remember which company actually did these. But I know Hasbro took it in and made them Insecticons. They were Deluxe Insecticons because they were bigger. And they were sort of like, you know, Roadbuster and Whirl. You know, we had these guys, but they were never in the cartoon because they were a competing company, you know, that kind of stuff. And that was pretty much what these guys. We had Venom, Ransack, Chop Shop, and I believe there's a fourth. I got a book. Hold up. What's that? It's on my thumb, man. Oh, there we go. Insecticons. You wasted 30 seconds in your video to flip through a book. Barrage. Thank you. So we had Barrage, who was a Rhinoceros Beetle. We had Chop Shop, who was a Stag Beetle. Ransack, who was a Locust. Venom, who was a Cicada. Yeah, so, or a Cicada, I call them. So, that was one of the other ones that was mentioned a lot. And so that came in here at number 3. And I actually would like to see new figures of that. We did get a Chop Shop, who was a redo of Shrapnel back. Was it Titan Returns or Combiner? I don't remember. But yeah, I never got that figure either. Man. I always meant to, just never did. Alright, so coming at number 2, comic series, more than meets the eye. We have Tarn. Now we know that we've had some third-party companies tackle this figure, and they've made good representations of Tarn. But it would be nice to see a Hasbro Takara figure of the Decepticon Justice Division's leader, Tarn. He can battle your Megatron, so he would have to be Voyager scale to fit with the current Siege Megatron, and that would be kind of cool. I would like to see him. I dug it. I was like, yes, cool. I got out of the comics before they actually had their meetup. I was just talking with somebody earlier tonight, and yeah, I kind of went back and read that issue, but I was kind of lost at some of that issue because I haven't read lots of issues prior. Just real life got in the way for me collecting the comics. Alright, so number 1, this was the most requested G1 Devcon. I actually think he was, I think during Tides and Turns, before the fan club disappeared, I think they were planning on, doing a Devcon. That's a figure I've seen where people had got like a Scourge and a Blur, and they did their own little customs and mashups and got them a Devcon out of that. Now, I would actually like to see a Devcon. I hit that one episode of the cartoon. Apparently it was meaningful or lastful. It gave you lasting impressions of that character, but we never got to see him again. He was off hunting Decepticons, so I like to just assume that he probably was murdered by the Decepticons somewhere before the movie started, and between that episode of season 2 and when the movie came out. He hunted down the wrong Decepticon, and they just straight up murdered him. So he is the one that comes in at number 1, Devcon. And I would really like to see a Devcon. That is a good, that's a really good one. I'm trying to think, he would have to be a deluxe, I believe, to scale with Smokescreen. You might be able to do it as a large deluxe. I can't remember what his mode was. Yeah, I watch the cartoon now, and it always kind of reminds me of like a Scourge in a way. Like he's sort of got that kind of build. So, yeah, kind of a season 3 looking Transformer. And I ranted a little bit too long on that. But yeah, that is my fans pick results from last week's question. Like I said, for next week's, or I'm probably actually going to do this by Saturday. I'm going to try to cram this out either Friday night or Saturday. So, excuse me. So, get your stuff in. I'm thirsty. Parched. Get your answers in by Friday, I would say, at the latest this Friday. Devastator or Abominus? Which one? Between that, leave your answers in the comments down below on my community page on YouTube. Also, I'll post this on Facebook, Instagram. You can find me there at Facebook at Soundwave884, Instagram at Soundwave underscore 8084 underscore reviews. And then, like I said, that's this part 1 of this. Part 2 of this one is Superion or Defensor. So again, leave me that as well down in the comments below. Also, you can do it on my YouTube community page, Facebook at Soundwave8084, and on Instagram at Soundwave underscore 8084 underscore reviews. You can also find me on Twitter at Soundwave8084, which I don't really post much there, but you can always tweet me if you so desire. So that's it for this episode of Fans Pick. I will be back this Friday night or Saturday with the first part of Fans Pick tournament, and that is to find your favorite G1 combiner from the actual North American cartoon from seasons 1 through 4. So that covers Devastator, Abominus, Superion, Defensor, Minosaur, Bruticus, Predaking, and Computron. I believe there's 8. Devastator, Superion, Minosaur, Bruticus, Defensor, Predaking, Abominus, Computron. Yeah. So I believe that's 8. If I've missed somebody, let me know in the comments down below as well. And that will just totally screw up my tournament. I'll probably just leave it at that. I was going to do all the ones from the actual toy release in North America, which would add the Seacons and the monster ones into it. But it's very Decepticon heavy. So I actually thought I'd put in a Mega Supreme at one point and Skylinks. I was like, no, they're not really combiners. But they would be pretty much all about the same kind of class of character. But I was like, nah, I'm going to keep it combiners. So. And I'm going to keep it in the cartoon. So we kind of just, in the North American cartoon. So we'll just keep it that. I just, again, rambled on. I like to ramble. I should name my channel Soundwave Rambles. But I'm going to make a video coming up real quick on the future of my channel. How I'm going to deal with this Kappa FTC stuff. And what will happen with my old content. And where I might be going from here. So I'll probably film that video next. I'm going to finish up some of the videos real quick too. I have some obligations I need to take care of, and I will post these videos up, and then I'll see what to do from then on. I'm just going to play everything by ear. Anyway, thanks for watching. Until the next one. Peace out.